So the next screen I want to go through is the manual operations screen, which is this one here. From this we can do various cycles like a manual cut, a manual index. We already covered the manual index earlier when we did the video about changing the mandrels. So first of all we'll have a look at doing a manual cut. So for this cycle here we do need to be running for the cut cycle. So the first thing we need to do is make sure we put on some cores. So I'll just get some cores and grab those and put them on. Press the white button, that inflates the mandrel, and then we tape along the laser line to get the tape in the right place. Press the button again. When it goes solid white it says no action required, and then we can start the machine and do the manual cut. So I'm going to start her up and we'll press the manual cut button and it will do a manual cut. Also when we do the manual cut it resets the counter to 0. So when you've been setting up a job and you get to a point where you're happy, everything's set, you're good to go, you literally can just start up, do a manual cut, and then you're into production. So it saves you having to wait till you reach the count. So that's the manual cut feature. The turret manual index, we did cover this earlier, and for that to work, you can see at the moment it says it's disabled. And the reason for that is because we haven't loaded the cores and taped them. So we press the button once to load them. I just go back to the start again. So initially it'll be flashing slowly like this. It says here load cores and press white button. So we'll put the cores on here, press the white button once, and then if you look here it says tape cores and press white button. So then we apply the double-sided tape with the gun, press the white button again, and then it becomes active. So if I press that now, it will do a manual index. The manual tamp basically will bring down the tamping roller. So that's just so you can bring that down manually. To be honest, it's not really something you need to do very often, but that just raises and lowers the tamp. The manual eject, we'll do an ejection cycle. And then we have a reload backhead. So if I just take those labels off and press reload backhead, it reloads the vacuum heads with the closure labels. So that's reload backhead, and then we have vac head home. That will basically just send the vacuum head back to the home position. So I just reload that again, and then we'll do that one again while we reset the camera over here. So that's loading them now. Yeah, they already had a label on, that's why it misfed. So to send this head back home, if you want it out of the way, press the back head home, and then that just sends it back home. And then to reload it, reload. And that's everything pretty much. The only other things that we have in here, if we're running in registration, we can see the registration errors. You've got a print error and a die cut error. These aren't really relevant at the moment because we don't have registration on, but when you're running with the registration sensors, then these figures are quite useful, because if you find that you've got a problem and the registration seems to be moving around all over the place, you can look at these errors and see what the errors are. They should be very close to 0. Because if it's holding good registration, your error should be very close to 0. If the if the error isn't close to 0, you've probably got some sort of a problem, like your print isn't matching, your die isn't matching your print, or it could be that you've not got your registration sensor set correctly and it's getting false triggers. So it's just useful information when you're running in print to register or die cut to register. The advanced button won't let you in, you need a password. I'm not going to give you that because there's nothing in the advanced screen, it's just for Dayco engineers when we're setting up the machine and configuring it. So that's the manual operations screen complete.